the encouragement you need in the songs you love.
Grow your faith each day with His Radio Mornings.
I need a maybe 26 to 36 pound turkey.
A big boy.
Yeah. So this is not for Thanksgiving. I realized that I needed to provide the turkey, the dressing, and the gravy for the in-laws' Thanksgiving, which is this Saturday.
The pregame Thanksgiving.
The pregame Thanksgiving. And so we went and looked for, and I've been looking for a big boy for a while, and I can't find one. Like the biggest turkey that we found, Walmart Sam's we tried, is like 18, 19 pounds. Mm-hmm. And that ain't going to cut it. It said, I went on butterball.com and it said I need one like 26 to 36 pounds. 26, no leftovers. 36, you get a turkey sandwich after.
Can you order something straight from Butterball?
You know, I don't know. Is it too late to do that, though?
Maybe.
Because really, I needed to start thawing that guy out already.
If he's that big.
Yeah.
Here's John's suggestion.
Okay.
He texted in and said, I've been where you are with the turkeys. I did 2 16-pounders, and that gave me 32 pounds.
Okay, well, the good thing is I do have like a double oven situation.
Hey.
So I can put one guy in one and one guy in the other. But what am I going to do with the dressing? It's all the things. Scott, help.
Oof.
I'm just looking for this 36-pound turkey. I think the 2-turkey option is far better and easier.
Yeah.
But 36 pounds, a turkey that size doesn't say gobble, gobble.
What does it say?
Gobble, gobble.
I was in Publix looking at turkeys for my family, and I usually get around 25 pounds if I can. And I could not believe the size of the turkeys I found in that bin. Some of them were up to 40 pounds.
40-pound turkey. That's
Oh,
a
my word.
big turkey butt. Okay, so I went online to Publix. I looked through their weekly ad, 49 cents a pound, which is a little high. I'm just going to throw it out there. But it also says they only go up to 24 pounds. But that's probably in the ad just to cover themselves just in case.
Right.
Kind of thing.
Jennifer texted, is that size of turkey even going to fit in your oven?
I think if I take the racks out, yes. But then Butterball, when do I have to start cooking the thing? It's not even thawed yet.
Oh,
I
wanted to start a month ago.
Kind of. And then I went to Honey Baked Ham to see, okay, how much? I'd have to buy at least 2, if not 3, of their pre-made turkeys. $80 a pop. So
Oh, goodness.
I think Oscar Mayer deli meat.
I usually get around 25 pounds if I can. And I could not believe the size of the turkeys I found in that bin. Some of them were up to 40 pounds.
Wow. And not to say I don't need somewhere near that. According to Butterball, if you go to butterball.com, 26 to 36 pounds, 26 no leftovers, 36 leftovers. So,
Wow.
yeah. And this is for the in-laws. Thanksgiving. We're doing that on Saturday. And I need to bring the turkey, the dressing, and the gravy. Going back to the My HISRadio app, the open mic, and another idea.
Liz, I understand that you need a really big turkey, but why don't you just get 2 smaller turkeys? Yes, it'll be a little more of a pain in the neck cooking them, but I have faith in you. You can do it.
You can do it.
I can do it. And I do have 2 ovens. Got that double oven situation.
go.
So
That's a common suggestion is just, try to do 2 small turkeys. That's what Kim, Brian, and James said. And James said it works for them. They do it every year.
Oh, okay. Well,
I
that
asked
makes
them-
sense.
I asked them how long it takes. I'm waiting to hear back. So
Yeah, to get everything done. Because you got to prep 2 turkeys. You got to cook 2 turkeys. You got to carve 2 turkeys. Going back to the open mic.
Liz, instead of trying to get one 36-pound turkey, why don't you get one 18-pound turkey and then get a turkey breast? Most people prefer the white meat anyway.
I prefer the dark meat, but maybe so. When you cover it with some gravy and stuff.
here you go.
Okay.
Just in from Diana.
Okay.
She said, I talked to the Publix and said that it's 49 cents a pound there.
Yeah.
And they said they have up to about 35 pounds in their freezer. It might be in the back. You might have to ask. But that's what the guy said that he's seen so far in their store.
Diana, thank you.
This is what living out your faith sounds like.
Welcome to His Radio Mornings.
How do you live without a crock pot? Especially this time of year.
I don't know. We keep saying we're going to get one. My wife and I, we're going to get one. We're going to get one because we'll come across a recipe or two and realize that we can't do it because we don't have a crock pot. So we really need one because they're very versatile.
They are. And Ninja is coming to us with dump meals.
Yes.
Okay, so what do you do? I do use the crock pot, but I typically always make the same thing in the crock pot. Like I'll make hot dog chili in the crock pot, or I'll do like steak tips with brown gravy, that kind of thing. So, and nachos, like barbecue chicken, pull it apart, make barbecue nachos.
Right.
Okay, so what are we talking about?
Well, that could be considered a dump meal, but basically it's anything you can literally just dump into the crock pot and leave it and forget it.
Okay,
Yeah.
which I think this time of year, because we're making these large, grandiose kind of meals, like for Thanksgiving and Christmas and all the get-togethers, you got to save yourself some time.
Yeah, and we're starting to do that meal prep, meal planning
Oh,
thing.
good.
And so I'm also looking for ideas as well. But there's one, this garlic parmesan chicken pasta.
Okay, how do you do that?
You put it on low for 4 hours, but you just throw in your chicken breast, the little, it could be any
Sauce,
garlic,
marinade.
parmesan,
Okay.
yeah, the cheese, the milk, cream cheese, and your pasta, and you just throw it all in there, and there you go.
Well, if the pasta is in there for 4 hours, it's not going to be al dente. Like it's not. It's
low.
Still, is it not going to get soggy? So you
I
put
don't know.
it in.
Maybe that's the point.
You put it in there, crunchy crunch, and then it comes out like a worm.
it says add it the last 30 minutes.
Okay.
I missed that part.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you add the pasta the last 30 minutes.
I take a chuck roast and some au jus gravy, package of that, a package of ranch seasoning, a stick of butter, some pepperoncinis, and some beef stock broth. Put it in there, cook it on low for about 6 to 8 hours. If you want to add potatoes and carrots and all, you can do that, or you can serve a side dish, but boy, is it good.
Okay, so is that considered a dump meal in a crock pot?
I think so.
I think so, because you're just dumping everything in. That's the thing about cooking. Like you don't necessarily have to measure everything. It's not a science like baking is.
Measure with your heart.
You kind of do, or with your tongue, kind of.
Yes.
Like you mix it all up and then. Okay, that's pretty good, or it needs a little more salt, or whatever it might be. All right, so you got some text, Ninja.
It seems like some people are hating on the crock pots. 'Cause
Why?
Kim said, I don't have a crock pot. I've been married for 38 years and never had one. And she said she, can make what I said on the stove.
And you can, but to me, a crock pot, you just sort of dump it and forget it, and you can do
Yeah.
your thing.
But she seems to be thriving without it.
Hey,
so.
you know what? And if you can,
Yeah.
that's awesome. Yeah.
And Dee Dee, she said with the Instapots, a lot of Instapots have a slow cooker setting, so you can just have one, save space in the kitchen.
Oh, right, because the Instapot kind of big. Crock pot can be kind of big.
Yes.
So, Scott, does yours have that setting as well, like a slow? It won't say crock pot. I don't think it'll say slow cooker.
Yeah, I don't know. I know some models do and some don't. I'll have to go up in the attic and dust it off. And
The Instapot is in the attic?
It is. It's in a box. I'm telling you, we used it for a few times, and then the craze wore off, and we're like,
Yeah.
all right, we got to make room for some other things in
next
the
thing.
cabinet. So we just put it back in the attic.
Yeah.
So
Mine is in the garage, and I've made space for the Breville I'm asking for Christmas. I don't think I'm going to get it.
His Radio Mornings, weekdays on His Radio.
It is a first day giveaway with your gift of support to Fall Sharathon. So here's what you do. You text the word GIVE to 800-447-7234.
Give.
To 800-447-7234.
Give.
That's the word.
Give.
Yes. To 800-447-7234. Now, you can also go online to hisradio.com, the My His Radio app. So what you're getting in this Mac pack
Give.
is an iMac, an iPad, AirPods Max, an Apple Watch.
Give.
And these AirPods Max, they're the ones that fit over the ear. So those are really trendy right now.
Give.
To 800-447-7234. 727-434-GIVE. I would love to see these texts coming in as we get ready for Fall Sharathon.
GIVE.
To
GIVE.
800-447-7234. We are having fun with it. But you know what? It all comes down to sharing Jesus with others. I don't know how many times you've said it, I've said it. This world just needs Jesus.
The encouragement you need.
With his radio mornings.
Buddy moons. What in the world?
So, I don't know. It's I think it's kind of strange, but apparently it's a thing that people are doing now where they go on a honeymoon, but they bring their friends with them.
That is so odd to me.
They're like, hey, let's go on a full friend trip, or it's our honeymoon, but you can help pay for it.
See, do they help pay for it?
I guess. I
mean, I guess they
so.
pay for their portion of
Yeah.
it. But I mean, I have heard of baby moons, obviously. And so that is right before you give birth to the baby, you get a little giveaway. Okay, that's fine. But a buddy moon, like it's you and your spouse and let's say one other couple. To me, and I never got a honeymoon. Now, we've taken trips, obviously, to make up for that, but we didn't get a honeymoon. We had to go back to work. So I would never have invited another couple because to me, this is just my opinion, feel like that's a time to really focus on that new spouse.
Yeah, I agree.
To get to know each other. Like this may be the first time you're spending 24/7
Yes.
with each other.
Like, pick another day later to go on a vacation with your friends type deal. Leave the honeymoon to just the husband and wife.
Right. So
That's what I say.
I want to know if you've done a buddy moon. Like, I want to know, like, what are the pros? I feel like I know the cons, but what are the pros?
This is what living out your faith sounds like.
Welcome to his radio mornings.
So what? It's his radio mornings. Liz and Ninja and Scott and the gang. So, do it again. Evidently, there were two cats fighting outside of their window, and that's the way it sounded. So
Yeah.
I didn't know that cat sounded like it sounds like something.
Yeah. So at first, I was like, at first I thought it was my neighbor yelling for her grandkids to come back into the house. Or
No
or
wonder
the
they don't want to go to
dogs.
grandma's house anymore.
But the cat, we have a cat, and she was like looking. I was like, what is going on? I'm getting the baby ready for bed. And all of a sudden I hear, I'm like, what in the world? And it's just two cats going at it. They were not having a good day, apparently.
Fighting over a chicken wing in the yard. Do it again.